Hello, everybody. Back live again on Inside the Headset, and we've got a special guest. And he was a former football player, and it's been 15 years ago since the big game and everything. And we've got on live on the air the one and only Sonny Gray. How you doing tonight, Sonny?
What's up, Storko? I'm doing all right. Just been going around the house with these kids, doing everything, watching this playoff baseball, and just hanging.
Well, does
Just
Gunner
hanging.
does Gunner like football?
Loves it. Loves it. He wakes up. He comes home from the bus every day, and all he wants to do is play. He's been playing jackpot lately, where he gets some of his friends, and all he wants to do is stand and try and catch it and play that jackpot game, which is he loves it.
Oh, that's great. Well, I do want to dial back that it was 15 years ago that you won it all, the 2006 season, and just spend a minute and thank you so much, Sonny. The fans love you, and we'll stay away from all that other stuff. You talk enough about baseball and about stuff like that, and I'm not a, you know what I love to talk about. But when we dial it back, I've got actually the schedule up from that year. So you opened up, and that was 2006. So the opening game, that was a TV game, wasn't it? And the football was helicoptered in, but you came away with a big win. That's 45-21. You remember that one?
Was that against Laverne?
Yeah, Laverne Wolverines.
Is that our junior year or senior year?
This is your
That's
junior year. That's your junior year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, I remember throwing a couple of touchdowns to Rod. I think the first play of the game was a touchdown to Rod or something in the left of the end zone. I do remember that. Yep, because they were supposed to be good, and then we were supposed to be good because we were.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And then I remember that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, and then you got on a bus and you went over to Brentwood. And Sonny, you loved playing against Brentwood, and this was the Brentwood Bruins, but you always had a good game and played well over there. And talk about that. Came away with a big win, 38-21. But that's one you love to watch, isn't it? Because I think you love it because you ran the football a little bit in that game, didn't you?
I did run the football. The first play that comes to my head, I did some I was on our highlight tape, the tape we made that we put. I remember running a little play and then kind of like popping and then jumping to the end zone against that game. I do. That's when I was trying to play a little defense. They were like, "You can play a little defense," and that lasted until Riverdale beat us 49-0. And I was like, "I ain't playing no more defense. I'm gonna play quarterback, and that's about it." But yeah, I do remember coming out to Brentwood and doing that. That was yeah, I remember that too. So it's crazy because I'm going back to Smyrna on Saturday at 10 because they're doing like a little Hall of Fame induction thing for the 2006, 2007 football teams. They
Well,
said they're going to put the whole football teams in there. So it's cool to talk about this because I'm going to go and
yeah.
see all
So
those guys
so
this weekend.
okay. So then you're 2-0, and then you get on the road and you go over to Wilson Central and you shut them out 20-0. But I mean, you didn't beat them up real bad, but you did shut them out 20-0.
But Wilson Central was a good team. They beat Riverdale later in the playoffs
Yes.
that year. So they ran the wing T, and like they ran the wing T before the wing T was really a thing around this. Like no one really around here did it. I remember them. That's what they did. But they were good. I remember them being very good, and yeah, we did beat them. I remember that too. But they did. They ran the wing T.
Yeah, and then here comes one that Philip didn't like this one. You played them at home your sophomore year, and then your junior
he was
year
mad at
we
me.
went on the road, but we went to Columbia and took on the Lions of Columbia, and you went over there, man. Oh man, I mean we got in a shootout over there, but let's look at this score, 45-19, and the reason why that stadium brings up great memories is that's where you won it all in the middle school championship. That's where
You did.
that's at Whitthorne. That's where we beat Whitthorne.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember going out there. I remember going out there in middle school, and then we went back because that they were good. Because I remember in middle school, we all had the same. We played against the same group of guys, and then they
Yep.
came up to high school, so we knew going out there that they were good because we had just played against all the same guys.
Only
And then
only one you didn't play against was Chris Jordan because if you remember back,
Right.
so Coach Abernathy, who was at Brentwood Academy saw Chris Jordan, but when did he see Chris Jordan? He saw Chris Jordan. He saw Chris Jordan when Chris Jordan played for Murray County, and when Una played Murray County in the championship, and that was at Ezel Harding, and I filmed that game. I called that game. You all won it.
Yeah, that was. I think I got knocked out that game in halftime.
Yeah,
that was before that was the thing.
Yeah.
And then come back and play the second half.
Yeah, so you won. So here you are. You won. So beat Laverne, beat Brentwood. Yeah, and then you beat Wilson Central, and then you beat Columbia really bad, 45-19, and that ended that series because Philip said he'd never play Columbia again. And so then you come home and you play they called it was region game, so it was a region 4-5 game, and you play Blackman and beat them 54-34 and put up a bunch of points, Coach. I mean, do you remember playing? Do you remember that game?
I don't remember that.
I do. I need to find that one. I don't think that one's posted. That's why we don't remember it. I will find that's one I haven't posted, Sonny. That's it. That's the Blackman game. That's the one I haven't posted yet. Is Blackman 54-34. I'll try to find that one. Then here's going to be a good one.
I bet a lot of those 34 points were like late in the game too.
Have
we
to
were
be.
Beating them by a
Yeah. So then on the 22nd of February, you played Ravenwood and you lost, and that was at Smyrna. This was at Smyrna. Yeah, talk about that one. Do you remember?
That was the first time because they came out with a crazy defense, and they came out with 5 wide, and they came out with 2 things that we didn't ever see over there. Like we didn't ever see really in our district and our region. They played like a 3-5-3. They played like a 3-5-3 or something. So they only had like 3 linemen. And then they had 5 linebackers, and they had like 3 DBs. But it was real weird. I remember it being just like real weird.
Wow!
And then they spread the ball out on offense. I remember it being real weird. And if you remember correctly, that game too. Not to blame anything on weather. 15 years later, like you said, but I remember the picture in the newspaper the next morning was like me getting sacked and the lightning in the background.
Yeah.
The weather, it was pouring, it was raining and
did we have a rain delay?
I don't think there was a delay. I think okay. But I remember that picture. It was me getting sacked like over the thing with the lightning bolt in the background. So the weather was absolutely horrible.
15-12, you lost that one. 15-12. Yeah,
yep, they beat us.
That you took your first loss there. That. Then you went over to Siegel. And you won 33-13. You went over to Siegel and you won 33-13. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I played cornerback that game.
You did?
Yeah, I played cornerback that game. I do remember that. We had something happened. I think something happened to Crouch maybe in the Ravenwood game. So I played his spot on defense. I do remember that.
You played defense on Siegel as a junior?
I played defense against Siegel. I played cornerback. Oh. I remember that.
Well, you used to play safety, didn't you?
Yeah, just that Riverdale game. I played. Okay, did we play Riverdale after Siegel?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I played defense against Siegel, and then I played safety against Riverdale, and then they came up and did that. They ran the wing tee as well, and they were like, my job was to fill the gap, but I think what Coach Shad didn't realize is like I wasn't fill the gap type of guy. I was like, because I came up and filled the gap one time in like the first quarter. I was like, I ain't filling that gap no more. I'm just gonna. So then I didn't play no more defense. That's when I didn't play no more defense.
And you wasn't a fill the gap type guy. Okay.
No, I ain't gonna go fill the gap. So
that the people have a rendition. That game is on the internet from 2006, and you guys just get mauled. You lose to Ron Adelot, 49-0, Sonny. I mean, you couldn't do nothing. You were just like it was. They were on top of you really fast that game.
They were always good.
Oh yeah. I mean, always. Ever since we started learning about Riverdale, ever since you started hearing about them. I mean, it was Una first, then Riverdale second.
Riverdale was always good. Oh, so no, Wilson Central beat Riverdale our senior year, not our junior year, because we beat Riverdale.
That's right. Here we go. So then you go over to Oakland and you win that one 20-14. Ron Ferguson was
Oakland had a good team.
Ron Ferguson was head coach at the time.
Okay.
And so, and then you went. We played at home on October 27th. Remember back then? You remember Richard Lutz, the band? All the kids would dress up and be Halloween
I do.
characters, and they would play in the halftime and everything. Richard Lutz, y'all, we had a great band. But anyway, on that game, we played Lebanon at home. You won 23-7. And so that was you go 8-2 in the regular season, and now we're getting ready to head into the playoffs. So the only two games you lost, we've already mentioned them. You lost to Ravenwood.
Yeah, and we revenged both of them.
All right. Yep. So then we turn around and then
Did we go to Lincoln County?
no, you open at home. We beat Coffee County 47-21.
I remember playing Coffee County.
Yes, you sure do. Yep. And then guess who we see? We see Laverne in the second round of the playoffs. You win that game 24-0.
Okay.
And then the big game. We go to Riverdale.
Then we went to Riverdale.
And
Yep.
you had lost, 49-0, and you win 9-7. 9-7.
Yeah, I remember that was the thing is that our defense didn't break because they were a really good team. They drove the ball, and then we just never gave up the touchdown. We just never gave up. They drove the ball down the field, and then we just always stopped them on fourth down. We just always stopped them.
Yeah,
And then we had one long touchdown pass to Crouch, and he did a flipping end zone, and our extra point got put from. We had to kick it from deeper, and we missed that, and that's how we got to 9. And then they scored one time, and then they had a field goal to win the game, and then they missed it.
who was the linebacker that was really tough for them? And he was on the front page, and I just remember he was on the D&J. He was on the front page. And,
Yeah, he played baseball too. He's a good baseball player.
Yeah,
I
and
think he went to play baseball at MTSU, maybe.
Yeah, and he's just.
Chad Hunter?
I think it was. And he was kneeled over, and it was just the season of defeat. And we had no idea. We thought this is it. This is where it's been a fun ride. We've had a lot of fun, and because at that time Riverdale was really, really good. They had a Spurlock, remember, that played for
Florida.
Played for Florida State.
Rod during the week. We had a team meeting during the week, and Rod got up and spoke and was just telling everybody he basically got mad at everybody and was telling everybody you expect to win this and that, expect to win this and that. And then I remember him kind of going off on the whole team, which was really cool looking back at it.
Well,
he put a mindset in everybody.
Well, and then even after we won it, me, you, and Rod, we went to San Antonio to the All-American Combine and everything. When Rod wanted to, Rod was a dangerous man with a helmet on. He could do a lot of things.
He was deadly.
He was very deadly. So you beat Laverne 24-0. Then you beat Riverdale 9-7. And now here's a game that comes up, and we're at home, and we were lucky. Thank goodness we didn't have to go there. But you play the Ottawa Owls, and a lot of people don't know this, but one of your childhood friends, a great guy who people don't understand. This kid came from. He grew up with you, but when he came to us, and I say came to us to be a Bulldog and be in the community of Smyrna, he left Ezel Harding. He had to sit out his sophomore year, didn't he?
Yep, he did.
He had to sit out his sophomore year. But the reason why this person is so important in the 28-25 victory, if you watch the Ottawa Owls in the fourth round of the playoffs on YouTube, and I did post that game in 2006 against the Bulldogs. Boy, he made a play, didn't he? And Coach Abernathy always said, Jonah Hendricks, when it really counts and you really need somebody, Jonah's going to make a play. And Jonah must have jumped. It looked like he was 6'11" because he went up and they had some big, tall receivers and they had some big players.
They had tall receivers
and tall linemen.
They were a really good team.
They were a very good football team. You go back, Sonny, right there during the playoffs. You beat a really good Riverdale team. We were an underdog. You beat a good Ottawa team. We were an underdog. And then we turn around. And Go back. Take
Because
us.
when you're in it, you don't think of it as you were an underdog. But if you're looking at it like we weren't supposed to win either one of those games, and then we're playing a Ravenwood team that already beat us, which I expected to beat them. We knew we were going to beat them when we got back. We're like, oh, we're going to beat this team.
Yeah, I think that's what I think when you got over the Riverdale, and then when we beat Ottawa, and the scene from them fans just running on the field that's on that video, and you felt like the whole town was there. It must have been 6,000 people there, knowing that we're one game away from the Bulldog going to MTSU, and just talk a little bit about that, about how special it was.
I remember it was crazy. It was like one of those things that it felt like the whole town was there. I remember those games there at the end, and there were so many people there. It was just like, it felt like it was kind of going around the, hey Declan, what's up, buddy? It was going around the whole town. It was really cool. And then I remember going to, I'm on the phone right now, buddy. when we were, he's got a little thing and he wants me to look at it. He's just running around in his Spider-Man underwear.
I don't care. Let him join in.
I know you don't. And then I remember going to MTSU, and there was so many. It was MTSU, and it was Smyrna, Ravenwood. There were so many Smyrna people on the side. It was freezing cold, and it was awesome. I mean, I still talk about it all the time, even now, like playing professional baseball. Like, I still remember talking about it all the time. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
And playing high school football, I mean, you had that opportunity to play in some all-star games or playing some other things. I remember you quoting at one point, this is the most important game. This is the game I want to play. The last game is with my teammates, and that's as a Smyrna Bulldog.
That was after the next year. That was the senior year. Hit me up another day, and we can go over that year just because I enjoyed it. But I do remember after my senior year they wanted me to go play in the senior bowls and do all that stuff, and I do remember saying like, nah. I was like, I'm good on football. So I'm not gonna play in college. If I'm not gonna play in college, I'm not gonna do this. Hey, then I'm gonna be done playling here with Smyrna. I ain't going to some senior bowl to then have my last memory be that.
One last thing, and then two last things, and then we'll let you go. Two questions. Who you got in the World Series? Who you really like, Coach?
Man, I just have so many friends on so.
If you think take your friends, take that heart out of it. No. If you had to say, the team playing hot,
take your heart out of it.
Yeah, if your team playing hot right now, that's got a good chance to win.
I like whoever wins the American League, the Astros or the Red Sox.
Okay, that's.
I like. I don't know if the Dodgers can win this game and they can come back, but I like whoever wins the. I think I like whoever wins the American League. I don't know, but I'm biased in all of it, so I don't know.
No, that's all right.
I didn't really answer that question, Stuart.
Well, that's okay. Didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I did a good job. But last but not least, when we gonna play some golf, Coach?
We need to. I'm getting it set up for next week and then the week after, so I'll be around. You'll be here now?
Yeah.
I just got back from the beach, so I just got back like 3 or 4 days ago. So now I'm just here hanging now. So get it done now.
Tuesday, maybe next week.
Thursday
it is.
What are you doing?
I'll play next week. Next Thursday.
Text me after this.
All right. We'll play next Thursday at your place. That sounds good.
All right.
See you. Bye. Right. Thank you, Sonny. All righty. Bye.